Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with another Reddit story for you. This one is actually from the, it's relationship advice, but it's on Best of Redditor updates. So, we know it's going to be juice-filled. My fiancé told me I wouldn't be able to pull anyone else, and I'm offended. Originally posted November 2nd, 2023, and you know what that means? We have an update. Me and my fiancé have been together for almost 5 years, engaged for 6 months. We've never had issues where one of us was mad for a long time until this, and he, my mom, and friends think that I'm overreacting. I had a dream some nights ago that I ended up dating a famous actor by accident. We've both had dreams where crazy things happened and told each other about it. I told him in the morning and we laughed about it. However, he made a comment about how my dreams are always extremely delusional. Bro, why for? Why would you do this? Why? I asked him to elaborate, thinking it would be something funny, and instead was met with a comment about how I wouldn't be capable of pulling someone half as attractive as said actor, let alone him. I was taken aback and he doubled down and told me to be realistic, that most men wouldn't even look my way because I look like I'm already taken. That's a terrible thing to say. And stopped looking interesting some time ago, and now even more with the engagement. I told him that I don't want any men to look my way, but the implication of his words hurt me. We're going to go ahead and give him this Brozo Award immediately. There's more story here, but yes, he gets the Brozo Award immediately. Like, what? How does that sock taste, bro? And also, you didn't just put your foot in your mouth. Like, you kept chewing on it like it was gum. You're sitting here with a sock in your mouth, like, inserted it, kept chewing, kept going. What? You just told your fiancé that she wasn't attractive, period. Failing to see the strategy here. He told me it was irrelevant because we're together and I wouldn't leave him. And to stop being offended over something, I asked and left. For the record, my weight, hair, and general appearance have stayed the same and I'm low-key high maintenance, so this isn't me letting go or something. I called my mom for reassurance and she agreed that I was overreacting. I called my friends for the same purpose and was met with the same response. I feel very hurt because I love my fiancé and find him very attractive, and I know other people do too. I am grateful that he chose to be with me, and that makes me value him even more. I thought he thought the same about me, but apparently he thinks I wouldn't ever leave him because I can't pull anybody. That's young person slang for be able to date someone else, pulling someone, Riz, that kind of stuff. That somehow is making me feel like he doesn't value me as I do. And worst of all, that I may be wrong for how I feel, but can't control it. Am I overreacting? If so, how can I manage this so it doesn't affect us long term? It's been almost a week and he is still being short with me because you look like you're miserable about a petty thing. I just want things to go back to normal. Edit to add, the actor was Adam Driver, Kylo Ren. I've had a few DMs asking about this in case it's relevant. Edit to add 2, my closest friend group is a 4-girls group where I'm the only one with a relationship that has been in one. Another detail someone messaged me to include. I do have other friends, but I haven't told them anything given the response I got from my closest circle. Finally, I have a long history of being super sensitive. I've cried over minor things my whole life, which is why it is not surprising for my closest ones to immediately call me out on it. I'm on therapy addressing that, my pushover nature, and my self-esteem issues. Well, this surely helped your self-esteem issues, didn't it? Good job, fiancé. Thank you to everyone that has commented and given me support and reassurance. I will be forcing him to talk to me today to see if this is any way salvageable or if I just lost half a decade of my life. LOL. Okay. So we've got some comments to dive into. We've got an update to dive into. But what in the unattractive hell was this guy thinking doing this? Maybe the more important question is, why was he thinking this? And if that's how he truly thinks, or if that's what he truly believes, then why is he still with her? Because if you don't feel attracted to the person that you're with, there's a problem. It's a big problem. Maybe not. Maybe I feel like you should be attracted to your partner. And it's not just about physical appearance all the time. I think you should be attracted to every part of them, right? Even the parts that drive you crazy. But to be able to say, You look like you're taken. You stopped looking interesting a long time ago. That means that he feels that way. And if he no longer finds her attractive, that's a him problem, because according to OP, she hasn't changed anything. And how dismissive and hurtful for someone to be like, well, yeah, you just, you're not attractive anymore. Oh, Kira, Twitch side says he's cheating. They're engaged. Why would you get engaged to someone that you no longer felt attracted to? Why would you still be engaged? Assuming you felt this way before they got engaged, I don't get it. Why would you be like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend my life with this person because it's safe? And OP's comment here, and yes, I will get into the comments. I'm sorry, I'm just stuck for a minute. OP's comment about wondering if I just lost half a decade of my life. I want to address this for a second, because I heard someone else say this recently. Someone else said, well, yeah, but we've got, 7 years together. And I'm like, ooh, well, I don't feel like the time that you've already invested in someone should carry that much weight into if you continue moving forward with them. Like it is at that point, it is like this person at least was continuing to move forward only because they had invested that much time together. And if that's the case here, if you get down to the point where it's just that, or if it's just the fear of being alone, that's not enough. It's not enough to make a relationship successful, and you have to identify that. If that's the only reason that you're staying, it's not enough. But OP loves her partner, finds him attractive. Okay, relevant comments to the original post here. What? You stopped looking interesting some time ago? Sounds like he's trying to dent your self-esteem, to be honest. So you do think that you can't do better and never leave him. Okay. He's grooming her to accept him cheating. Okay. You will never be able to be with anybody else. You're lucky to be with me. I'm going to cheat. You're not going to leave because you can't. You'll never find anybody else. Got it. Okay. Pretty negging thing of him to say. Kind of demeaning to you as a woman. Interesting that your mom says you're overreacting. Were you raised by someone who also tried to take you down a notch? Original OP's response, my parents never took me down in terms of my appearance, but they do think I take everything personally and don't let go of petty stuff. And that's the problem with her inner circle friend group and her mom, is that they are in a place where they assume that she's taking everything too personally because she takes most things too personally. But now this thing comes along and their gut reaction is, yeah, you're probably taking it too personally. Probably without really diving into the issue here and examining it and being like, wow, that's a really messed up thing to say. They're just like, yes, you take everything too personally, so you're probably taking this too personally too. Also, we don't want to hear about it anymore, so move along. Sunk time fallacy. Andrea, love that. Okay, update. December 24th, 2023. Christmas Eve. Hi everyone, I've been getting messages regarding my previous post and also people asking how I'm doing. I'm doing good, and I would like to thank everyone who took the time to comment, reassure me, and even share resources for me. The too long don't read is that I'm going into the holidays as a single woman. Good for you. Best Christmas gift you could have ever given yourself. Did try to talk it out and solve it like adults, but my ex was uncooperative and childish, to say the least. For those of you who want the details, here goes. Yes, we want the details. Thank you very much. First, you gave me the courage to reach out to my other friends outside my closest circle, and they were shocked by what happened and told me not to brush it off. They echoed many of your comments and even called it negging too. First time I've ever heard that word, but I mean, N-E-G-G-I-N-G, so just bombarding someone with negative comments and energy. I assume that's what it is. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Chat. Also, my therapist backed up my feelings and said I needed a straight up chat with my partner and to set some clear boundaries and decide what's best for me and what I wish to enforce as my non-negotiables. Heck yeah. Second, I did follow someone's advice and started going out more with my supportive friends. My birthday actually fell in between these dates, and I decided to celebrate it by bar hopping in my city, and it went great. My ex was invited, we were still together at that point, and was sulking the whole time because I did get external attention, which I shut down. Ooh! Ooh! Oh! That must have been so hard for him. I hope one of them looked like Adam Driver. I hope you went out and found an Adam Driver lookalike and had your friends hire him to show up for the night and him to be like, hello. I freaking hope that's what happened. Finally, what happened with my now ex? After talking with my therapist, I did explain my feelings to him again and reiterated that those comments will not be tolerated if we were to continue in the relationship. I also said we needed counseling as a couple because this could stem from insecurities from both sides. He did not apologize, but rather justified his actions under 3 arguments. And yes, these came from a 28-year-old man. I do look less interesting, and it's unfair to use my birthday as an example of me attracting anyone because I was catfishing as a younger woman, as the girls I invited are mostly 22 to 24. This guy, I mean, he didn't have any respect points left by this point, and now he's just digging a hole. He's well into the negative with respect points here. He's just gone. I mean, you were hanging out with younger girls, so you were practically catfishing. Adam Driver, the actor I dreamt about, is taller than him. We're both 5'7", and he is insecure about it, so dreaming with people taller than him is disrespectful and emasculating. I mean, at least he admitted that. That's all I can say. Even if, his words, I'm objectively attractive, ever since I started therapy, I became cocky and more demanding, so he took the chance to bring me back to earth. Okay. So you okay. Wow. All of this was a shock to me. I felt as if the man I was with for the last 5 years was not there anymore. This was a complete 180 from what he was before, and I do believe it is a mix of slipping off the mask after the engagement and the fact that he changed jobs to a male-dominated corporation, and those new friends did give me a weird vibe regarding their stance on women and equality. It sucks that people can be influenced and swayed just so easily by the people who are around them. But I guess it's the nurture part of things, right? Regardless of what prompted this change, I ended it. I returned the ring, packed a bag with my essentials that I had at his place, and left while he threw a tantrum. He was super uncooperative in returning some of my remaining stuff. He sent things in trash bags full of glitter and won't let me enter his apartment anymore. He also sent me all of the Star Wars movies with Adam Driver in them broken and destroyed, LOL. Oh, wow. He threw an actual toddler tantrum. Cool. This made all of the pain I felt almost immediately disappear, which feels weird because I did love him and it was a long relationship, yet I grieved for like a week only. I did count my losses and just accepted some things I won't get back, blocked him, and haven't heard or seen him since. Thank God it's a big city. My immediate circle of friends was cut off as they valued more going to a wedding than my well-being. I'm low contact with my mom and am being supported by my dad and siblings. I've continued therapy, did a Friendsgiving celebration, and I'm bracing myself for the holidays with my family. I'm mostly okay, relearning to be on my own, to validate my feelings, and currently debating whether to send a thank you card to Adam Driver. Thanks everyone for reading. Happy holidays. Wow. Good for you, OP. Good for you. So, I mean, there isn't any mention of him already cheating in here. And those of you who think that there's a strong possibility of that, there's still a strong possibility of that. But it sounds like he was in the grooming phase of trying to make sure that he had control over her and that she didn't think that she could do better, which is one of the most critical steps here, right? Like you have to have control over someone, and it's hard to have control over someone if they think that they can do better than you. So he was really focused in on that and was not willing to let it go. Just wasn't. And probably his new workplace, like she said, and the vibe that they put off did have a lot to do with it. And unfortunately, people do change. Or fortunately sometimes. But in this case, she thinks it's a combination of him slipping off the mask, showing his real self, but also there was a change involved there too, where he was influenced by the people around him and probably thought he had to fit in with the cool guys, so he needed to adapt this new way of thinking as well, and that's just terrible. And he is going to suffer the rest of his life for it. Thankfully, OP here she grieved for a week, but she grieved for the man that he used to be. She didn't grieve for losing the man he is right now at all. And that shortened the time of her grieving for this relationship completely. People do change. And she was sad about not having the man that he used to be, but he was gone no matter what. And she recognized that and was like, well, if he's not coming back, neither am I. That's great. Yes, and what a great move to also align with this. Thank goodness she was in therapy during all of this, because that helped add structure to all of her movements here, and I think it is super, super important. But she thank goodness had that and had the structure to have this series of events that was, yes, I'm going to make this move. I am also going low contact with my mother, who has damaged my self-esteem and just assumes that I am overreacting about everything, and my closest friends, who are the exact same as my mother, I'm not going out with them anymore. I am surrounding myself with people who fill my life with positive energy. And that's what she did. All of these things happened at once. She made a life change just like that, and it was hugely beneficial for her.